Hi, it's Renee and I'm back with a card share. I've been a card maker for about 20 years now. It all started when my husband told me to get a hobby. Foolish man. He did not know that 10 years later he would be buying a house with a room to put my hobby in. But yeah, I started out with card making early in our marriage. I think he just did it so that I would have something to do and I wouldn't bother him while he was watching his sports. I like sports, but I'm not in love with sports. So if it's a team I like, I will watch the game. If we're actually going to a game, I will enjoy it. But just to sit down and watch basketball or football or hockey with teams I don't care about, not so much. My husband, he likes to be in the fantasy brackets and all of that, and he'll watch anything. So his whole deal was for me to get a hobby, so I started card making as one of those hobbies. And now, after 20 years, everybody expects a handmade card. So I cannot just go to Hallmark. I don't even remember the last time I've been in a Hallmark and bought a card. Everyone expects one. And your husband just thinks you have a ton of cards laying around because you have all that stuff in that room, right? So on occasion he will say, "Oh, you got a card I can have for so-and-so or this or that?" He just expects me to, produce one on the spot. So I like to have some cards on hand. And now, if you've been a card maker for a while, there's the cards, the really intricate fancy cards that you spend, 2 hours on that are like, there's people that are card worthy, well, everybody's card worthy, but some people are worthy of your best work because they're going to save it. And some people, they're going to throw it away. So why give them like your best work? Like I give my husband my best work because he's going to put it in a drawer and really it's mine anyway. So it's almost the same as keeping it, and it makes him happy, and he feels special, so, I'm going to give him my best work, but other people, not so much. But, you really don't have to give them, anything super special to make, them feel super special. So anyway, this long-winded thing is all to tell you about my super simple card making that I made, and just share some of the cards for those times when you need to give somebody a card or you want to send somebody a card. But, you just want something kind of, make something super simple. So I bought this, and the other thing was I had some stuff that I hadn't used in a while that I'm actually pretty good at using stuff when I first get it, but this stuff's been sitting around and I really wanted to use it. So I got this Down by the Shore 6x6 Fancy Pants paper pad about a year ago, and I was going to use it on a 6x8 We Are Memory Keepers snap album for my Florida trip, but I used the Glitz Uncharted Waters instead. But I must have used a little bit in something because, like, there's 30 pieces of paper and 6 of them are gone. So I actually did pretty good using the papers. This is all that's left. Cute little whales. I love those whales. And then I only have a couple full sheets of these. And then a little bit of scraps. So I actually did pretty good. I think I got 7 sheets left of this 30 paper, so that's pretty good. And then I wanted to use these Happy Hellos from My Favorite Things Dynamics. And I always lose my sentiment stamps. I don't know where they go into the black hole, like the sock in the dryer. But I always lose them. And then these I got at Archivers when they were closing. So I got those for super cheap. So I hadn't used those, so I thought that would break those out. And then I got, someone had sent me these blings and pearls. They're from Recollections from Michaels. So I used those. And then I used this Recollections paper pack. These make great card bases, and they're super fast to put together. So when you need to make a lot of cards or you want to use up some stuff, highly recommend. Now, I got these 3 paper punches, and I've had them for months. I have a pin board with all kinds of hexagons on it. Have I used them? No. So I really wanted to use out the hexagons. So these, too small for cards. This one, too big for cards. This one, just right for cards. But, sad face, they do not, they don't, they don't, there's too much of space between them, so you can't layer them. They're not good for layering. So I ended up using pretty much this one. So now on to the cards. So using that card base, here's one of the first ones I did, and I just, alternated punched out a whole bunch of hexagons and lined them up, and then cut some little flags, used a little bit of bling, and stamped a sentiment. So that one's pretty cute. I made 2 of those. Here's another one that just says hello. See, and the patterns are kind of busy, so I didn't really want to put too much, can't really embellish too much. And then this is another one where I layered up some red over the white because I like to have a border. And then this one's kind of busy, so I don't know if you can see. But then there's just the eye with the little bling for the eye because A, I lost the little dot for the eye. And B, it kind of draws a little more attention to the eye. But it's so busy, to embellish it. It just didn't really, I don't know, it just didn't seem to, anything seemed to work too good. Okay, so then I have another one here where they're all kind of together. And I was trying to figure out how to embellish this. And then I remembered I had this die from Lifestyle Crafts. It's the Anchor. Quick Cuts Lifestyle Crafts. So I punched that out of gray. And then I remembered that I had the set from Kelly Purkey, Come Sail Away, which was a Simon Says Stamp exclusive. But I really like that sentiment. And I actually tried to use this whale on another card. But, I thought about maybe stamping him out and cutting him out and putting it on there. But he really didn't work too good on there. So I just kept it simple. And so there's that one. And then I made another card. And these ones were kind of spaced out. And I'm not always very good at lining things up, especially when I'm getting tired. And I made a little boo-boo on the stamping there. I don't know if you can see where the way is. The Y didn't quite go all the way, so I just covered that up with the Anchor. So covered up my little boo-boos, but I don't know, I think it's kind of cute. And then here's another one where I totally messed up the spacing on this one. I'm like, oh, really? Just wasn't very good. So, yeah, I covered up, I raised this up on like some foam tape, like a strip. And then I remembered I had these dies too, which are from My Favorite Things, the World Traveler dies, and they have an anchor and a little boat. So I thought that'd be good kind of with my little nautical, excuse me, my little nautical theme I got going. These aren't like, these aren't like the most spectacular cards, but hey, they'll work, And then I got really, really tired of doing the hexagons, so I kind of went to one of my go-to card designs, and this is 2 layered 3x4s with a little tab where I put my sentiment. Sometimes I'll put like a big die cut on pop dot there, but I really like the little tiny whales and the octopuses. And I had, oh, which one did I do? See, I had punched out that little octopuses in the hexagon there, but you couldn't, then I couldn't get the whales out, and they were just too cute, and I was like, I don't really want to waste all that paper trying to get them all lined up. So, and plus I was tired of punching hexagons, so I did one like that. Well, actually 2. Sorry for the shaking as I'm coughing here. And if you're hearing some noise in the background, that's my neighbors in the cul-de-sac behind me. I don't know what they're doing. And then I made this one. I just cut 1-inch strips of the pattern paper and stamped a little cinnamon and added some little flowers and bling. This was actually my my oldest kid was home for spring break, and this was their favorite, so they liked this one. And I actually had like a little package of, I had one of those big jars of Prima flowers, and I separated it up by all the colors. So I had separated out the orange ones, and she liked that one. So it's just pretty simple, but you know, it's nice. And then this one I'm like, I cut out those hello. And, you know, more flowers. It's okay. That's not one of my favorites. And then I had 2 sheets of this really busy stripe paper. I thought, oh, what am I going to do? And I'd cut out some of that hello at the bottom. I die cut it out of the red plain paper. And it just didn't look right on there. And like the papers are so busy in this pack that I was like, oh, really? Nothing looks right. So I don't know if you can see, but there's a strip of vellum there, a little scrap of vellum, and I just cut into a banner shape and added a couple little bling blings. So a simple card if I need to write a note to somebody. And then I had almost a whole sheet of that whale and octopus paper. It was so cute. And then I had this little number washi tape. I had a lot of big, wide washi tape that didn't look right with it. So I used this little numbers. I thought, oh, that kind of reminds me of a birthday. So I thought I would just, like, you know, you could use it as like for a kid or, you know, masculine. You know, it was my uncle's birthday yesterday. He's 81. Happy birthday, Uncle Ken. So maybe I'll send him like a little belated birthday. So those are my cards, and now I'm going to be really brave and show you my card fails. So I started out with this background. I really liked it. I added the hello. I really liked it. Fussy cut out the whale. Not quite sure that I like it, but if my husband says, oh, I need a card for so-and-so at work, here you go. Who cares? I don't know that person. Another card fail. So that really, really busy stripe paper again. Put a vellum over the top. 2 of those anchors. This is the My Favorite Things up in the left top left, and the Lifestyle Crafts Quick Cuts anchor down in the bottom. They're not, you know, just, you can kind of see the difference, but I die cut out that high. You know, I die cut a bunch of the happy hellos at the same time. My kid was like, what does that say? It says I. It looks terrible, but I don't know. This is a card fail. Then I was going to just, you know, die cut the hello there and kind of use that as, you know, the base. But then when I started adding it in, it's just too busy and you just can't read it. So maybe I could back it, you know, with like navy and you'd be able to see. But I don't know, it just didn't, it's just not doing it for me. And here's another card fail. So those hexagons were really, really busy. So I thought, oh, what if I just take one piece of paper and cut them all up in hexagons? Yeah, not really sure what to do with that. I thought about cutting out like the sides and having it be like a shaped card, but then I'm like, what am I going to put on this? So I really don't know. And this one's not really a card fail per se. I mean, it's got the start of a good base, but it doesn't really, I don't know. I tried several green washies I had. Maybe I'll have to find that navy washi. I don't know. Just guess I ran out of ideas. So yeah, there's that. So how many did I make? I made 1, I won't count the fails. Well, maybe we'll. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So yeah, not too bad. So those are my cards. Like I say, they're probably nothing spectacular, you know, that you haven't seen, or, you know, that you go, wow, I really want to make those. But if you're looking for just a quick card to give to somebody, you know, can't be beat. So, if you make cards, leave me a comment, and I'd love to see what you make. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.